technically he's called the mayor nominee of Portland. Would you welcome Bud Clark?
His story was almost unbelievable. So much so, he found himself on the national stage in 1984.
But as mayor, you've got to run a city. I mean, what?
Well,
what did you do?
I'm taking a course in public administration and from Portland State
College. You're taking
College.
a course now?
You darn right.
He had just been elected mayor in Portland, Oregon, with absolutely no political experience. None. He was a bicycle-riding bar owner with a quick wit.
Well, I'm starting to get excited, but Sigrid says she likes to see me get excited.
A sharp tongue and a handlebar mustache. Not exactly a polished politician.
My name is Bud Clark, and I'm running for the mayor of Portland.
His slogan was, "Bud Clark is serious," because nearly everyone thought his campaign was a joke. His opponent, incumbent Mayor Frank Ivensee, certainly did. So did those who urged him to run.
They didn't think I could win either, but they just wanted somebody to run against him. That really ticked me off when I found that out later. Because I was serious. If I'm going to run to win, and I'm not going to run unless I think I can.
You weren't in it for the exercise.
No, hell no.
Clark ran hard, the whole time staying under his opponent's radar. He spent his days going door to door and tavern to tavern, greeting people with his familiar and infectious calling card. And right before the election, he knew he was going to win.
Well, in the St. John's Parade, which was about a week before the election, Frank was in the front of the parade, and I was in the back of the parade, and they were booing him, and they were cheering me.
He was right.
Is the new mayor there? There he is. Tim?
He is the mayor now. Are you ready to accept victory and declare yourself the winner of the race? Yes, I am, absolutely.
Bud Clark pulled off one of, if not the biggest political upset in Oregon history.
Party time!
And the fun had just begun. He had an annual party called Buzz Ball. He rode his bike to City Hall. He piloted his canoe down local rivers, and he snapped pictures everywhere he went. Hundreds of them that he now keeps in his basement.
I got a picture of all those people out there. I just love it, and it kind of saves my memory, because my memory's going, but I can go back and look at the pictures and really bring it back.
But it was this picture from 1978 that added to his offbeat persona. He donned an overcoat and flashed a brand new statue downtown. He and a friend ran the picture in their neighborhood newspaper.
We said, let's put it in and have a contest for a caption. And we had 350 entries come back. Want to buy a watch? All kinds of entries. And but Expose Yourself to Art was the one that won. There were 3 people that came up with that one.
And when it was printed as a poster, it became a cult phenomenon, a collector's item, selling who knows how many hundreds of thousands of copies. The charm and personable nature that made him so popular is still alive. It didn't take long to figure that out when we caught a Max train with him at the stop right outside his Goose Hollow bar.
Whoop, whoop. See, they're still whooping.
But there was much more to the man and the mayor than fun and games.
See, I even get sensitive there. I say, well, you just remember the silly things that I did, and you don't remember all the things that we got done, that the city council and I got done together during that time.
And he did get a lot done. He had a multi-point homeless plan that got national attention. So did his plan to fight gangs and drugs. And he was a pioneer of community policing.
Now more than ever, our police will be a part of the community that they serve.
And it was Bud Clark who fought for the Convention Center, a mammoth gathering place that towered over the east side of the Willamette River. It's that east side, he says, politicians today still tend to ignore. On that subject, what does he think of other projects in the works today? He loves the idea of expanding the park blocks, but
Putting a cap on 405.
Oh, that's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
Bud Clark admits he wouldn't have been mayor if it hadn't been for his wife, Sigrid, who always believed in him. As much as Bud was rough, Sigrid was refined, a violinist in the Oregon Symphony and his best friend. It was a partnership that came to an unexpected end a little more than a year ago.
I thought she was just finally getting a good night's sleep. Then I came home that evening and I couldn't wake her up.
What they thought was the flu turned out to be meningitis. Clark says he always thought he would die first. There was never a question in his mind.
I said, I've been such a good guy in this life, I want to be reincarnated as a crow and just sit up there and bitch all the time, and caw, caw, caw. And she said, can I be Mrs. Crow? And I said, sure you can. So every time I see a crow, I'm throwing a kiss to her and thinking about her. Whoop, whoop, see, there's Sigrid. Hi, Sigrid. Whoop, whoop.
Just south of 70 years old, you'll find Bud these days walking through Washington Park, or in a canoe in the summer, or in his bar, the Goose, as he calls it, sharing his endless supply of stories and opinions, enjoying what else? A cold Bud.
Hey Bud Clark, I think you're grand. Stop on by and meet the band. I'd like to shake you by the hand from what I've heard of you.
His 2 terms in office were not always rosy, but John Elwood Clark will be remembered as a trailblazer who literally came out of nowhere and did the unthinkable. A one-of-a-kind, shoot-from-the-lip mayor.
Favorite river?
Grand Ron.
Neil Goldschmidt.
Excellent politician, good fundraiser.
John Kitzhaber.
He's an excellent guy and an excellent governor.
Tom McCall.
A compassionate visionary.
Bud Clark.
Retired. Yeah.